Hey, this is Black Willow 32 coming to you with another Redskins report of sorts. Um, I watched the Redskins get beat by the Detroit Lions. Now, I'm, you know, I would be mad, but like I'm past mad now. I'm past like mad. I'm just like, you know what? If they don't want to win, that's on them. I don't care. Um, because I've been rooting for them for the longest time, and it seems like I don't get nothing for it. Like, I mean, today was like prime example of retardedness meets retardedness. Now, like I said last week, our offense ain't for shit. Our defense is pretty decent. Like today it was actually pretty good. So I was like, okay, our defense was really good. But before the what was it, first quarter ended, I think we were down 13-0. It was either, and I'm thinking, holy shit, this is the Detroit Lions. They don't win much, and yet they decide to win now. I was pissed. I mean, and it's like Jason was throwing the ball accurately. It's just the wide receivers just refused to catch it, or they caught it, but they would be a yard short of the first down marker. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing short of the first down marker? That makes no damn sense. I mean, I'm thinking, what the hell? So, and then things like that just kept happening. Or we would get penalties, stupid penalties, mind you, but penalties nonetheless. And I'm sitting there thinking, am I watching a high school game or am I watching professionals play? These are the questions that need to be asked. Because I would have felt better if somebody had said, yes, you're watching high school people play. I'm like, okay, this makes sense then. This makes sense. Because if you told me I was watching professional football players play, I would have looked at you funny. Because as far as I can see, and keep in mind I am a Redskins fan, but as far as I can see, this was high school. This was a high school game. I mean, this to me, like, the offense was playing like they were in high school. Either that or they couldn't play. They didn't know how. It was freaking me out. I ain't gonna lie. It was freaking me out. So I'm like, oh my, what are we gonna do here? So I decided to be like, okay, well, we'll figure it out, and they'll figure it out, and we'll be okay. They didn't figure it out. It was as if the Detroit Lions had some spell or something that the Redskins couldn't get through. Now, I told you last week, if we couldn't get it in the end zone, we'd be toast. We got it in there once. I think the score was 19-14. So we got there. No, I can't say we got there once. We got there twice. Because the score and the thing, score was 19-14. We should have trounced the Detroit Lions. We've done it before. We should have been able to do it again. I mean, that's a match we should always win. It's like breathing. It just should happen. No questioning it. It just should happen. We didn't do that. And it was just crazy shit that was happening. And I'm just like, when will the madness end? If someone can kindly tell me when the madness will end, I will be glad to hear it and would like to know when. Because to me, this was just total madness. I mean, we were really looking out of sync and out of sorts. And I'm sitting there trying to figure it out. You know, and now this does not bode well for the rest of our season. If we can't beat the Detroit Lions convincingly, because this was just utter nonsense. If we can't beat the Detroit Lions, then what the fuck? Are we now the new Detroit Lions? I just want to know. I mean, are we the ones who will now be constantly losing every season? If so, I'm really questioning my loyalties, because I'm just like, dude, you know. And then I hear this guy was he twittered. One of the guys on the Redskins team last week twittered about, it was either last week or the week before last when they lost. He twittered about how the fans were, you know, were fair weather fans and whatnot. And I'm like, yeah, they're fair weather fans when you start losing like crazy. I mean, a lot of those fans that are, especially the ones in the stands that pay all that money. Are you kidding me? They expect a good product for their money. They had the nerve to get all mad. I'm like, no, you need to sit down and shut up, because guess what? They're paying a whole lot of money to sit in those stands and watch this game and root for their team. And when their team's acting retarded, they're gonna get a little bit pissed. That's just the nature of how that goes. You know what I'm saying? So my take on the whole situation is, we need to either oust Daniel Snyder, because I think it starts with him. You need to oust Daniel Snyder and start again. But that's just my opinion. What do you think? Let me know. Tell me what you think. This is Black Wheel F32. I'm signing off. I'll see you next week. Bye bye.